Hey guys, it's Overlord here, back again with another review, and today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends MCU Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave King Cobra. Let's get into it. Alrighty now, as I said before, today we're having a look at King Cobra, part of the MCU Thanos Wave. Overall, this is a pretty basic figure, probably going to be a pig sitter, but I like it. But in terms of his accessories, he doesn't come with much. In fact, he doesn't come with anything for himself, other than, I guess, if you count it, his cape there. But he does come with the most important part of the Thanos bath, at least I think, and that is the arm with the Infinity Gauntlet on it. Now, the Infinity Gauntlet's alright. It's painted kind of haphazardly, especially with the gems, but take what you can get, I suppose. But it's got the standard articulation. It rotates at the hand. It's got the hinge at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, and then it's got the disc in the shoulder. Did I say hinge in the shoulder or hinge in the elbow? I don't know. You know what it is. It's got some schmutz there I'm going to have to shave off, but that's not that big a deal. And then the gauntlet itself doesn't rotate, so pretty basic, but not too shabby. But with that being said, we're going to get into King Cobra's articulation right away because, well, he doesn't have anything else to go over. So, taking his cape off here, it's pretty easy. It's actually done fairly well. It's got these scale deals on the back. It's got this ribbed texture on the inside, which is nice. It almost feels like that's on the outside as well, but that might just be due to the plastic they used. But it's a pliable plastic. In fact, I want to get this like down here some more so it's not right up on his chin. But that'll just take some simple use of heat and whatnot. But very Serpentor looking character here, if I do say so myself. I am not a Joe person, but it's very Serpentor looking head. All this thing needs is to be a Cobra head, but that's besides the point. But he does have a swivel in the head, looks up and down, pops off, and no, the hood is not a separate piece, so you either have to unglue it or just rip the dang thing right off, ruining it, and then you have to go get a new one. No, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. His shoulders move out, well, that far. Not very. 2 clicks. It's not impressive at all, the range in the shoulder, but whatever. Rotates, swivel at the bicep, hinge at the elbow, double hinge. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge. Now his hands do pop off. Well, that one's not, but this one will. They do pop off, and they are the Black Panther hands from the MCU. The MCU Black Panther from Civil War. And then his gauntlets are separate pieces as well, in case you were wondering. I've noticed on this mold in particular, whoa, talk about sanding down them scales. The thing I noticed about this body, though, is that the hands pop off relatively easy from it. They might want to change that or just start giving us interchangeable parts or something, just because it's very easy to pop the hands off and, well, essentially lose them. His ab crunch moves that far forward, not very, back, then into place. So at the waist, he's got this loose belt piece. Wish it was a little tighter just to hide that joint, but oh well. His hips, this one will move out all the way. This one is not going very far for some reason. But it's got this big old chunk of schmutz there, which I'm not going to bother with. Just because it's not that big a deal to me. This hip will move forward, then back down. Swivel at the thigh, double joint at the knee. Swivel at the boot, and hinge in the foot. So with that being said, that's about it for Cobra's articulation here. Yes, I called him Cobra instead of King Cobra. We're calling him Cobra because I'll wind up calling him Cobra Khan at some point of this review. I'll get mad and then I'll have to shoot the entire thing over again. We're not doing that. We are not doing that today. But with the articulation now out of the way, we now have to get into Cobra's size here. So let me bust out the size comparisons, and we'll be right back. And here we have Cobra Khan standing next to Spider-Man and Deadpool as standard size comparisons. Now I might have to retire Deadpool, I know already, just because he's a little bit taller than the standard Bucky Cat body, but you get a gist of how tall King Cobra is next to these two. Pizza Spidey, well, being on the Pizza Spidey body, and Deadpool for the most part being on the Bucky Cat body. I think it's the shoes make him a little taller. But King Cobra looks quite to scale with these two, I must say. So moving on to some other size comparisons now. Now here's King Cobra next to Daredevil, who I believe was his first appearance was fighting Daredevil. I'm not sure if it was this costume, but it's the one I have out, so deal with it. And then here he is next to Green Goblin on the same buck, and I must add, Green Goblin's hips do both move out about the same, whereas King Cobra's don't. Kind of weird, but oh well. And much like King Cobra, Green Goblin's hands do kind of pop out a little bit easier than normal. So that's how he stacks up next to those two. And last but not least, here is King Cobra next to the only other figure I've reviewed from this wave. And that is this classic Taskmaster here. No way is he as good as him, but he's about the same height nonetheless. And I apologize, my Serpent Society figures are currently out of reach. But I'd say he's about the same size as Eel, Constrictor, and then obviously Cottonmouth's a little bit taller. But that's how he scales next to Taskmaster here. Alrighty, so final thoughts on this figure. I like it. Is it perfect? No. Is it great? No. But is it good? Yes. There's a lot of good elements put into this figure, and there was some effort put into this figure. The head sculpt is nice, the cape is nice, the gauntlet pieces are pretty cool, the belt looks new, and then the paint's pretty clean. I say that now, and I'll find a chip on his nipple, just like I did with Taskmaster, but I don't care about this character enough to actually give a bigger crap than I did with Taskmaster. And even then, that crap is very small. I'm talking about poop size. But yes, I really like this guy. I think he's a cool figure. I hope sometime down the line we'll get a Mr. Hyde. I mean, if Hasbro wants to do some obscure stuff, I'd say go for it and make that guy. That'd be kind of cool. And of course, some more of the Serpent Society would be nice as well. But I think this guy will scale nice next to your Daredevil and Avengers, duking it out with them. So yeah, if I was going to rate this figure, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. So that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Hiss! That was unnecessary. Oh well.